Everlasting, Chapter 14. There had been nothing for the Tucks to do but go to bed. It was too dark now to go out looking for the horse thief, and anyway, they had no idea when he had done this thieving or which way he had gone. "That beats it all, though, don't it, Pa?" said Jessie, coming up to a person's house and stealing their horse right under their nose. "I'll give you that," said Tuck. "But the question is, was it some ordinary thief, or was it someone that had special reason? I don't like it. I have a bad feeling about this whole thing." "Hush now, Tuck," said May. She was spreading a quilt on the old sofa, making it into a bed for Winnie. "You're too much of a worrier. There's nothing we can do about it now, so there's no sense in fussing. You've got a reason to think anything particular about it anyway." "Come on, we'll get a good night's sleep and figure it out in the morning when we're fresh. Boys, up you go. And don't get talking. You'll keep us awake. Winnie, child, you bed down, too. You'll sleep first rate on the sofa here." But Winnie did not sleep at all. Not for a long, long time. The cushions on the sofa were remarkably lumpy and smelled like an old newspaper. And the chair that Pad may have given her for a pillow was thin and hard and rough under her cheek. But far worse than this is the fact that she was still in her clothes. She had firmly refused to offer May's spare nightgown, with its seeming a miles faded cotton flannel. Her only nightgown would do, in the regular bedtime routine. Without them, she was painfully alone for home. Her joy on the road morning had completely disappeared. The wide world had completely disappeared. Can I speak? The oldest fears rolled freely in her. It was unbelievable that she could be in this place. It was an outrage, but she was helpless to do anything about it, helpless to control it, and haunted by this conversation on the rowboat. Was it true? Could they really never die, these Tucks? It had evidently not occurred to them that she might not believe it. They were only concerned that she keep it a secret. Well, she did not believe it was nonsense, wasn't it? Well, wasn't it? Winnie's head whirled. The yellow suit was the only thing that kept her from weeping. He told them by now, she thought, rehearsing it. "They've been looking for me for hours, but they don't know where to look. No, the man saw her go. They're out looking for me now." She went over it again and again, lying wrapped in the quilt, while outside the moon rose, turning the pond silver. There was a hint of mist now. The air was cooler and the frogs talked comfortably. Crickets soon joined them in their shrill, rhythmic song. The table draw, the mouse rustled softly, enjoying the supper of flapjack crumbs. May had put it there for him. And at last these things were clearer in Winnie's ears than the voice in her thoughts. She began to relax, listening to the sound of filled silence. Then, just as she was drifting into sleep, she heard soft footsteps, and May was beside her. "You resting easy, child?" she whispered. "I'm all right, thank you," said Winnie. "I'm sorry about everything," said May. "I just didn't know any other way to bring you back with us. I know it ain't very happy for you here, but, well, anyway, you have a good talk with Tuck." "I guess so," said Winnie. "That's good. Well, I'm going back to bed. Get a good sleep, alright? Said Winnie. But May still lingered. We've been alone so long, she said at last. I guess we don't know what to do with our visitors. But still, it's a good feeling, you being here with us. I wish you was ours. She put out an awkward hand and touched Winnie's hair. Well, she said. Good night. Good night, said Winnie. Tuck came to a little later, peered down at her anxiously. He was wearing a long white nightshirt, and his hair rumpled. Oh, he said, you still awake? Everything all right? Yes, said Winnie. I didn't mean to go disturbing you, he said. But I've been laying here thinking I ought to be setting out with you till you went to sleep. You don't have to do that, said Winnie, surprised and touched. I'm all right. He looked uncertain. Well, but if you want something, will you holler? And just in the next room, I'd be out like a shot. And then he added gruffly, it's been quite a long time since we had a natural grown child in the house. His voice trailed off. Well, try and get some sleep. The sofa there. I guess it ain't kind of what you're used to. It's fine, said Woody. The bed's no better, or I'd switch with you, he said. He didn't seem to know how to finish the conversation, but then he bent and kissed her quickly on the cheek, and was gone. Winnie lay with her eyes wide. She felt cared for and confused, and at all once she wondered what would happen if the Tucks when her father came. What would they do to them? She would never be able to explain how they've been with her, how they made her feel. She remembered guiltily at supper she decided they were criminals. Well, but they were, and yet. And the final visitor made her confusion complete. There was a creaking of the loft stairs, and Jessie was looking down at her, very beautiful and eager in the faint blue moonlight. Hey, Winnie Foster, he whispered. You asleep? This was the first time she sat up, pulling up the quilt around her in sudden embarrassment, and answered, No, not yet. Well, then listen. He knelt beside her, his curls tumbled in his eyes. I've been thinking it over and over. Pa's right about you having to keep this a secret. It's not hard to see why, but the thing is, you knowing about the water already, living next to it, so you could come here anytime. Well, listen, how would it be if you wait until you're 17, same age as me? Heck, that's only 6 years off. And then you could go and drink some, and then you could go away with me. We could get married, even. That'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? We could have a grand old time around the world, see everything. Listen to Mom and Pa and Miles. They don't have to know how to enjoy it. That what we got. Why, heck, Winnie, life's to enjoy yourself, isn't it? What else is good for? That's what I say. And you around me couldn't have never stopped. Wouldn't that be something? Once more, Winnie adored him, kneeling there beside her in the moonlight. He wasn't crazy. How could it be? Just amazing. But she was struck dumb. All she could do was stare at him. You think on it, Winnie Foster, Jessie whispered earnestly. Think on it some and see if you don't sound good. Anyway, I'll see you in the morning, all right? All right, she managed to whisper in return. He slipped away and back up the creaking steps. But when he sat upright, awake, her cheeks burning, she could not deal with this remarkable suggestion. She could not think of it, for she did not know what to believe about anything. She lay down again, finally started into the moonlight. Another half hour before she fell asleep.